Good morning, students. Hope you are fit and fine and keeping safe at home. Today I am going to take a lesson on geography for class 7. I am taking lesson number 2, that is the atmosphere. Let me give you an introduction of the atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the most important dominance of the earth. It is mainly made up of air which surrounded the earth on all the directions. The lower part of the earth, closer to the earth's surface, is much denser than the upper part. In other words, the density of air decreases with height, and the temperature of the air also decreases with height at the rate of about 6.4 degree per kilometer. The air is the movement of the air that is horizontal is called wind, and the wind is responsible for bringing changes in weather condition. The moisture present in the winds bring rain to certain places. So atmosphere is the earth which surrounded it from all the directions. Now what is the composition of the atmosphere? Atmosphere consists of certain gases like oxygen, nitrogen, dust particles. Now, what are the percentage of these gases present in the atmosphere? Oxygen is 21%, nitrogen is 78%, and 1% of other gases like argon, carbon dioxide, and dust particles. As we know, air has weight and it exerts pressure on the Earth's surface. The atmospheric pressure differs from place to place. As the Earth's surface, the pressure is 1.03 kg per square kilometer. Atmospheric pressure also depends on three main factors: altitude, temperature, and water vapor. Altitudes means as we goes up, the pressure of the air decreased, and this decrease in pressure is a rate of 1 centimeter for every 110 meters of ascent. When the temperature rises, air expands. It becomes less denser and exerts less pressure. Water vapors. Air contained water vapors is lighter than dry air. The more water vapors, the lighter the air. This is about the atmosphere. Composition of the atmosphere, definition of the atmosphere, what are the factors the atmospheric pressures depend on. Now at the same time, we have to know about the structure of the atmosphere. On the basic structure, the atmosphere consists of 5 layers: the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the ionosphere, and the exosphere. Now what is one by one I am going to explain all this layer to you. Troposphere. The term troposphere means the region of mixing. It is the lowest most atmospheric layer in which we live. The average height of troposphere is about 14 km above sea level, and its height varies from place to place. The troposphere consists of dust particles which serve as nuclear center around which the water vapors condensed to form cloud particles. The next important features of the troposphere is that there is a decrease of temperature with increased altitudes at a mean lapse rate of about 6.4 degrees Celsius per square kilometer. The another layer of the atmosphere is the stratosphere. The more lowermost limit of stratosphere is at tropopause. This layer is free of water vapors and it extended from 15 to 50 km between 50 and 60 degree latitudes. In this layer, the temperature does not change with altitudes. No visible weather phenomena take place here. Cirrus cloud, which is called the mother of pearl clouds, are occasionally found in stratosphere. One of the most important features of the stratosphere is it contains the ozone layer. The ozone layer, presumed to be relatively stable over the past several hundred million years, is now in a state of continuous damage. Other layer of atmosphere is the mesosphere. It lies from 50 to 80 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Then thermosphere, which is also called ionosphere, extended from 80 kilometers to about 450 kilometers. In this layer, the ionizations of molecules and atoms occurs mainly as a result of ultraviolet rays, and that is the X-ray and the gamma ray. What is ionization? Ionizations refer to the process by which atoms are charged into ions through removals and additions of electrons, giving them an electrical charge. Ionosphere reflect the lowest frequency radio waves but absorb the mediums and high frequency waves. The last layer is the exosphere. This outermost layer of atmosphere forms the outermost boundary of our atmosphere. The atmosphere in this region is highly predominant with ratified hydrogen and helium. At the same time, these are the five layers of the atmosphere which play a very important part into our atmospheric system. At the same time, we have the greenhouse effect also. Greenhouse effect is so named because the Earth atmosphere behaves like greenhouse roof. It lets the heat and then release the heat slowly. The ultraviolet radiations, which is the sun ray coming from the sun, penetrated atmosphere and is absorbed by the earth. This heat is absorbed and energy is radiated back to space. There are certain gases into the earth atmosphere, like such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. This gas traps some of the outgoing radiation and thereby warm the earth. And these gases are known as the greenhouse gases. What is the factors that cause to the greenhouse effect? There are certain factors which lead to greenhouse effect, and one of them is chlorofluorocarbon are mainly man-made greenhouse gases which comes from refrigerators and foam. The largest source of methane in the atmosphere are natural wetland, rice field, and livestock. Nitrous oxide is released by the ocean and soil, but human activity such as biomass, burning, and use of fertilizers play a major role in it. According to report by the Intergovernmental Panels on Climatic Change, it is estimated that 72% of global warming is contributed by carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxides. At the same time, since we have talked about the greenhouse effect, now let me explain about what is global warming. Global warming means the rise in the mean global temperature to a level which affects the life forms on the Earth's surface. The life form may be the human life, the marine life, and plants, etc., etc. The factor for this warming may be natural or man-made. The ozone layer lies in the stratosphere between 16 and 50 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Causes of ozone depletions. This layer shields us from some of the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun. With the passage of time, the ozone layer is becoming thin, allowing harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun to pass through the atmosphere. No one knows for certain what is causing the ozone layer to become thinner, but the chemicals used by human beings is one of the reasons for causing thinner of the ozone layer. Another causes of ozone depletion is the burning of forest fuel, emissions of greenhouse gases due to burning of fossil fuel also. The with what is the effect of ozone deplections? As a result of ozone deplections, damage to plants, animals, human life, marine life is caused. We may have cancer due to ozone layer deplections. Plankton, which are the very foundation of the vast oceanic food chain, are also killed due to ozone layer deplections. Now, since the ozone layer is depleting, there must be certain factor which could be responsible for preventing this depletion. So, first and foremost factor is using the public vehicles, avoiding the use of private vehicle, use of eco-friendly thing for household cleaning, ban the use of dangerous nitrous oxide, and avoid using pesticides. This may prevent in ozone layer deplections. Now, I have told you what is global warming. Now, what are the impact of global warming on the earth? It brings climatic change and the changes in rainfall patterns, the frequency of extreme weather event, future climate change also, and the oceans serve as a sink for carbon dioxide. Bleaching of corals. Bleaching of corals is due to the loss of microscopic algae which give both color and nutrients to the coral. These are some of the impact which the global warming is causing. Now, ways to reduce global warming. Serious steps should be taken to reduce global warming. For example, the conservation of forests, reduce industrial pollutions, reduce release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. By taking measures to save the ozone layer from further depletion, by controlling CFC released in the atmosphere, we may help in solving the problem to some extent. This is about the atmosphere. Hope you will understand it and read your chapter so that you could understand it properly. Thank you, students.